Already have enough.
Hey, hey, hey. Hi, everybody.
I'm not even ready.
I believe I'm live.
I'm checking.
Let's check. Day 2 of cashing in with Facebook automation. Let's see if we're here yet.
Where's my phone?
I think so. Yay! Kathy is here, or Katie. I'm still not quite sure if I'm even pronouncing your name right. Let me know. Hey, Deanna. Oh, look. People are jumping on now. Good to see you all. Hello, Lavinia. I'd love to hear who's here. Using StreamYard again, like yesterday. So if you haven't given StreamYard permission, I'm not able to see your name. Leslie's here. Oh my God, good show up. Big welcome, everyone. Great to see you all. So yeah, again, keep the comments coming. Let me know who's here, where are you watching from. We have people literally all over the world who signed up for the workshop. I also know that some of you, because of the time zone difference, are not able to be here live with us, but are watching the replay, which is also cool. So if you are, drop a replay. Let us know. Hi, everyone from Dallas, Texas. Oh, Texas again. Is everyone from Texas? Did you know Taylor is originally from Texas as well? She is here with me today, but she will be supporting us in the comments. We're streaming again to 2 groups to get clients online and growth without sacrifice. So depending where you are watching from, we will have either Deanna or Tay here with us, supporting us and answering all questions, because when sharing my screen, most likely I won't be able to keep up with all the comments, especially if it was anything like yesterday, because you were all amazing. Thanks so much. We really appreciate all the love and the engagement and the excitement. So I hope everyone is excited for today as well. Are we ready? How do you feel? Drop me a ready. We ready? And also, for those of you who missed yesterday, you definitely do want to catch the replay. You don't have to leave right now. No worries. Stay with me till the end. But yeah, we did build this workshop up in 2 days for a reason, because the process and the systems we're sharing with you, there's 2 steps to it. It all begins with lead generation, which we talked about yesterday. But then when we have those leads, we want to be converting those as well. Right? So I am quickly checking the comments. Oh, I see a lot of readies. Hi, wow. Good to see you too. Okay. In the meantime, I think Tay and Deanna will be tagging a couple of people as well who we know don't want to miss this and really wanted to be here. I am just going to go in and share my screen with you. And let's go. Okay, there we are, cashing in with Facebook automation for 2022 and beyond. And we're going to be talking about sales, baby. Starting off with the first question, I would love to hear from you. How do you all feel about sales? Love it? Hate it? Feeling icky? How do you all feel about sales? Let me know. Drop some comments. Today, again, going to be talking about sales, selling like a boss. We're going to go over a brief automation and lead gen recap, automating your lead gen, all the awesome stuff we've been talking about yesterday. Then we are going to talk about sales and money mindset. We're going to touch upon a basic sales process, cold pitching vs building real relationships. What's the best approach for you? What's the difference? Why would you want to do one or the other? The buying process in general, how does it work? What happens when leads come to you? Nurturing your leads, follow-ups, critical, and you'll find out why soon enough. We'll get into it. Scripts and structure as well. Social proof, we're going to look at objection handling. And I think something that most of you are most excited about is building a sales system right inside your messenger inbox. And of course, getting the support you need. So who's ready? Who's ready for this? Drop us some love. Everyone ready? All right, I'll move on. But before we begin, I just want to remind everyone as well, this is a workshop where we will be talking about and looking at automation, which may be very new for some of you. So have an open mind. Please do ask your questions. And if I miss any, we have, again, Taylor and Diana here. And get ready. Don't be mistaken. For those of you who weren't here yesterday, there's a couple of misconceptions we hear all the freaking time when it comes to automation. People thinking it must be so difficult to learn. But it's quite the opposite. Actually, most of our tools work with like 1 or 2 clicks of a button. It is simple as fuck. Okay, it's expensive. It's absolutely not expensive. That's the beauty of automation. This is something that really is accessible to everyone. And one of the biggest reasons is because it's so affordable. Does it require a team? Hell no. Using automation is pretty much like having a VA inside your computer 24/7. So if you are on your own, it can help you save time. It can help you get more done in less time. And if you have a team, that doesn't mean that automation is not for you, or if it wouldn't work. If you're working with a team, or you have a VA, or maybe even a couple, they can double the results. They can double their reach, or triple even, in so much less time, right? So it's almost like cloning your VA into 3 VAs for the price of 1, which I think is pretty brilliant, right? You'll never understand it. Well, I mentioned already, it is very, very simple. It's not difficult. So we answered that one. I'll show up like a robot. I think this is the one I hear most often. But if any of you have been following me for a while, or Taylor, you will know that we are all about building authentic and genuine relationships. If anything would have us show up as a robot, we wouldn't be using it, first of all. We wouldn't be recommending it to our clients, and we wouldn't be talking about it to you all today. Last one, Facebook will block me. It does quite the opposite. It helps you fly under the Facebook radar and avoid any restrictions on your profile, avoid ending up in Facebook jail or getting blocked completely. Because if you're on Facebook with your business and your marketing depends on Facebook, that's the last thing we want to happen, right? Couple of no bullshit, amazing money-making stories. Tay got a 3K client after she implemented only one of our tools in, what was it? The first week?
7 or less days. I can't remember.
7 or less days. I mean, that's pretty incredible. And yeah, again, these are our tools. Everything we will be showing you today, as well as yesterday, are tools we offer. So no need to Google them, no need to figure it all out. We got you. So just reach out to us if you want to know more, or if you feel like this is something you need in your business. But yeah, more stories. I can go on and on and on, but our clients have gotten 1 to 3 clients in just a week or less of using the tools. Deanna, who is here with us today as well, she's been freaking killing it, and she recently celebrated 4 clients in less than 24 hours. I mean, that's insane. Don't we all want that? The priest, network marketer, celebrated 4 clients in just a couple of days, and probably by the time she sees this, if she's here with us, a lot more already. We've had a client double her rates because she was closing sales left, right, and center, and her confidence grew so much. And that's something I've been loving so much, because it's something we see with pretty much all of our clients, confidence growing every single week. Now, results, but time saving, how amazing is it to take back a couple of hours of your day and really have the freedom you desire to spend on the things that you enjoy most and you love to do, whether that's working and helping your clients, or in my case, maybe chasing waterfalls or enjoying a day at the beach. I'm lucky enough to live here on this beautiful island in Thailand, 200 meters from the beach, or I have the beach at my doorstep pretty much. But yeah, whatever it is you love to do, we are saving our clients 5 to 10 hours per week. We run our tools while we sleep, and we wake up to workshop signups, where workshops like this, an inbox full of messages, new Facebook group members, and so on. I'm currently in the process of starting a 3rd business. I know that may not be your goal or what you're looking to do, but that would never, ever have been possible for me if I didn't have automation. Because of all the extra time I have now and all the freedom I have, that makes it possible for me to look at things like this. So why automation is expected to really dominate the online industry in 2022 and beyond. Consistency, by far number 1, because we all know how difficult, how hard and challenging it can be to stay consistent. It's a lot, and it can be frustrating, and yeah, it's difficult to always stay consistent. I think this is something we covered pretty well yesterday as well. Things on an autopilot, yeah, who doesn't want that? Again, more time for the things you love doing most. Leads coming in every week or even every day, making sure they never ever slip through the cracks anymore. Confidence continues to grow every single week. Booking out your workshops, having so many more views and people attend your lives, your launches, closing clients consistently. I know it's unfortunately not something that everyone can say. So yeah, if you're feeling that, I believe this really is for you. I believe this is for pretty much everyone. But yeah, and of course, let's not forget mastering a very, very valuable skill for 2022 and beyond, as things continue to get more competitive, more fast-paced online. You can make sure to stay ahead of your competition, especially if you jump onto automation right now before everyone else does. So a quick recap of what we have talked about yesterday. All about automation. A lead gen overview, so generating leads on autopilot while we sleep. Lead gen goals to strive for, Facebook ads compared to organic lead gen, hiring or doing yourself, 5 places to generate leads on Facebook. Yeah, there's multiple ways, plenty of ways you can be generating leads on Facebook. Daily workflow and strategy, which is a big one as well. Staying out of Facebook jail, automation recap, and a look at what we've been doing today. So again, this is briefly a recap of yesterday. For those who've missed it, go watch the replay because you want to see this as well. We talked about Genius birthday posts briefly, how you can send out automated birthday wishes to all of your Facebook friends, posting amazing cards like these, like the ones you see right here on someone's timeline, and even personalized direct messages right into their inbox to make them feel special, but most importantly, to re-engage in a very non-spammy and personal way. People love it, I can tell you. And I do want to add, like, your cards, they don't need to look crazy like this if that's not you. Again, it can really be personalized, and that's with all of our tools. As mentioned, you don't show up as a robot. You can do you can do your own thing. Then we talked about Genius Connector briefly, generating leads on autopilot in different Facebook groups, from Facebook posts, so many other ways. We can set intervals to make sure that we stay safe with our Facebook profile, we don't get blocked. We can set a number of requests. We can laser target by using keywords and negative keywords, and so much more. But again, if you missed it, just go watch the replay, because I think everyone is excited to hear more about turning your messenger inbox into a complete sales system and real money making machine. Who is ready for this? Who is excited to learn more? And I'm quickly jumping into the comments as well. Yesterday was awesome. Yeah, I see. Yes, I'm ready. Ready. Okay. Ready. Good energy here today. So first of all, I want to quickly touch up on mindset, because mindset is key, and we are the directors of our own mindset. I can fill an entire workshop on mindset, money mindsets, scarcity mindset, and so much more, but I know that that's not what you're here for today. So I just really shortly want to talk about one of the most common problems I've been hearing, one of the biggest problems I'm seeing in sales when it comes to mindset, because a lot of business owners I talk to hate sales. And one of the biggest reasons that they don't have a sales process in place, or that they don't use scripts, is because they don't feel comfortable implementing a sales strategy or using a sales script. The most common reasons one doesn't feel comfortable is either one, a lack of self-confidence or self-worth, which can be things like, why would someone pay me so much money? Who am I? What do I have to offer? I will never be able to become one of those 6-7 figure entrepreneurs. I don't deserve it, and so on. But maybe even a bigger and more common reason is feeling selfish, and that it would be too salesy or too pushy, thinking people will naturally buy if it's something that they want. Sorry to tell you, that's often not how it works, though. This is where you come in. Yeah, this is where you come in. And if you are confident that you offer a solution they are looking for, then step into that sales role, right? What is holding you back? Forget about selling for a moment and look at it as coaching. They sometimes need that kick up the butt from you. But this is something that many people don't realize, and then it just becomes transactional and all about getting someone to buy. And this is why a lot of us can feel icky about sales. Maybe you've been having sales calls that just really don't feel good and go against your values, or maybe you've simply just given up. Well, I've got good news for you, because selling does not have to feel that way. Okay, there's a way of selling that feels good and gets you paid. I'll spare you the psychology behind it, but it works because it's based on human behavior and psychology. And I've personally used this framework to build a very successful and very profitable business. And I've watched my clients use this framework to make a lot more money doing what they love. So for a moment, put your judgment about sales aside and go into this with an open mind. And I would love to hear from you by the end of this workshop how you feel about sales, because we are taking out the icky and we're bringing in the heart. Plus, we are ditching all the overwhelm and adding some simple systems and automation to save you time and help you sell a lot more. So moving on to a basic sales process. And yes, this is massively important because, like I briefly mentioned already, if you are on top of your lead gen, you're generating leads every week, every day maybe, but you're not making conversion, you're not converting any of those leads into paying clients, there will be no clients, there will be no income, and soon enough there will be no business. Or like Tay mentioned yesterday, you will have a very expensive hobby. And yeah, it might not be what we like to hear, but it is the harsh truth. But therefore, if you feel like that resonates with you in any way, it's good that you're here, you're taking action, and we can do something about that. So we're going to be talking about a lot of things: sales, building relationships, the buying process, cold pitching, immediate sales, nurturing leads, structure, scripts, the know, like, trust factor everyone always talks about, and objection handling. But first, let's get back to that basic sales process. What should that, or what does that normally look like? Starts with lead generation, right? We covered this in detail yesterday, but creating that sales opportunity, having people to talk to about your amazing and beautiful offers. Then we want to start having conversations with those people, forming relationships, exploring their struggles, their desires, sharing value, a very important one as well, to build that know, like, and trust. And qualifying in many cases. Getting on the phone, then we're making that sale. I do wanna briefly say something about qualifying, okay? Because I understand that how far you want to take your qualifying game also really depends a little bit on where you are at in business at the moment. I know, as I mentioned already, like I'm working on starting a third business, right? I am very, very busy. I don't have the time to simply jump on the phone with everyone. And it's something I don't do either. I don't have to. So before I take the time to book a call with someone who likes to know a little bit more about how I can potentially help them, I want to be qualifying them first. I want to know if they're even a good fit. Like, what are they struggling with, first of all? Do I even have the solution to it? And also, like, even personality wise, is it a fit? If it's someone I want to be working with, are they making any money? Are they able to afford my help, my services, or whatever I'm offering? There is so much more I would want to know before I take the time to jump on a call. And this is great for me. First of all, I mentioned I'm busy. I don't have the time to talk to anyone. But also, if you are talking to anyone who you could have known already isn't a good fit, your closing rate is going to go down like this. It's not going to help your confidence, right? So yeah, in my case, I qualify quite a lot, but that's not how I started out. And that's why I want to talk. I want to talk about this a little bit more as well. First of all, are you qualifying people before you are booking any sales calls, strategy sessions, discovery sessions, whatever your sales process looks like or what you're doing? I need that for sure. Have to take calls. Yeah, because you know what? I'm saying I'm qualifying, but it doesn't mean that this is something you need to be doing. Because if you are fairly new to all of this, if you are not very confident in your sales calls yet, because maybe you haven't done a whole lot, if you if you are not really far with your market research and you don't know exactly what your ideal client is looking for, what they want to buy and how they want to buy it, then yeah, maybe you want to jump on the phone with everyone because it can help you practice having sales calls. It can help you with your market research and getting a better understanding of what people need, but also what's holding people back from taking that step, from taking action, from choosing your solution over other alternatives. So again, this really depends on where you are at in business and yeah, what feels best to you. Okay, checking comments quickly. I have a form that I have leads fill when they inquire. That's a good way as well. Saves you even more time. That's great. That's great. Okay, so then we jump on the phone. We have our sales call or whatever that is. If your prospect, your lead, doesn't buy on the call, keep in mind that really doesn't necessarily mean that they will never buy. It could very well be that they're simply not ready to buy it. And that could be for so many different reasons. But in that case, of course, we want to be nurturing them. We want to be warming them up until they are ready to buy, until they are ready to take action and make that decision. But much more about this later. Let's move on to cold pitching versus relationship building. There's no right or wrong, okay? And cold pitching, first of all, it doesn't necessarily mean cold pitching your service, your offer. You can be cold pitching free offers as well. And most importantly, to decide like what is right for you is staying true to yourself, doing what feels right for you. And it can very much depend on your current goals. What is your situation in business? What are you focusing on? And to give you a great example, we are running this badass workshop right now. Okay. So up until yesterday, the days prior to the workshop, or maybe even weeks before, my main focus was to get people to sign up for this workshop, to get people to join the workshop with us, to discover and learn more about automation. So that is a perfect example or a perfect scenario in which I would be cold pitching an offer. But I'm cold pitching a free offer, which is very different. I'm sharing something with people I think that might very well be interested in, and just sharing value for free. And here's an example as well. And this is just a screenshot of a message out of my personal inbox. This was not for the workshop, but this was for a free challenge, the last free challenge we hosted early December. I was sending out a message to Lisa. Her name was, I didn't know Lisa. I never was previously in touch with Lisa. I messaged her, I reached out. Hey, Lisa, it's great to connect with you. I wanted to pick your brain about something. Have you used automation to generate leads on a daily basis without running paid ads? I have some automation tools that do your daily outreach for you, giving you the time to focus on the things that you love in your business, or just letting you take a nap. They generate leads every single day, and they help you keep track of your leads, knowing exactly where they are in the sales pipeline, and so much more. I know it sounds too good to be true, so I wanted to invite you to a free 7-day challenge where you get a chance to test those tools out for free by yourself with daily tasks giving for direction. No credit card needed or anything. What do you think? Want to join us for the free challenge starting on December 1st? an example of cold pitching. I know cold pitching, a lot of people feel icky about that as well, but how do you feel about this? What are your thoughts on this? How would you feel if you'd received this message from me? Very curious to hear from you. Do we cold pitch? Anyone? And how did it go as well? But I'll move on to a completely different example because I am not cold pitching offers or free offers all the time. Well, we don't even often have free offers happening or going on. So another approach I could take, or you could be taking, is just connecting with people, building your network. Start on building a relationship. And here's another example. Again, right out of my inbox. I'm just looking at my second screen because I don't memorize all the messages and it's a little tiny for me to read. But Devon, cheers for connecting. You are keeping a solid profile, sharing some great content. Nice. Sharing some amazing transformations too. Does this lead to many conversations with potential clients, or are you running outreach as well? So as you can see, I'm just starting a normal conversation. I took the time to check out their profile prior to sending this. And there's so many ways of doing this, right? You can find something someone posted about. Maybe they shared a blog post and you have an opinion on that to start a conversation off of. Maybe you find something to compliment them on their profile. Maybe it's a common interest or a common group or a post you both reacted or commented to, and you can start from there. But you can see very clearly that I am already starting to move the conversation to the information I want to reveal, or what I want to find out about the person. Right. And again, like this is messages I would use for my personal business. I also do know that many of you might not be generating leads like business to business. You might be working, you might not be working with businesses at all, but this works for everyone and you can tailor it to whatever fits your business or what your focus is like. And just also something to let you know, because I know a lot of you are interested in this, and I hear it all the time that people feel very uncomfortable in the DMs, not knowing what to say, and they often get stuck there. Don't do anything because they simply don't know what to do or don't feel good about it. If you work with us directly, or if you join our coaching program, for example, which you will hear more about later, no worries, but we include all of the scripts for you. And we take you by the hand, building this system together. 15 flows, scripts, and templates provided that you can tailor to your business, to your offer, with all different scenarios included, all different types of approaches, so you can find what fits you best, basically. And yeah, we're here to figure it out together. You no longer have to do it alone. So let's see. I didn't see any of the comments. Are we cold pitching? What approach are we all using? Sounds good. Love it. Okay, cool. I'm also going to take a sip of water. Before we move on to the buying process. What does a buying process look like in general? Does anyone know the steps to a buying process? Here we are. So before anyone would ever consider buying, they need to recognize a problem or a need, right? There needs to be recognition for a problem or a need before they could even consider a solution. But having a certain problem, having a certain pain point or a struggle does not always mean that people are even aware a solution exists or what that solution could look like. So next would be curiosity to what life could be like. What could life look like on the other end? What could life be like? How can I be feeling once I found that solution? And the reason, before I move on, the reason I'm even bringing this up or talking about this is because it is so important for you to know exactly and to realize what part of the buying process are people in when they come to you, when you are generating leads. Because in your conversations, in your DMs, on your calls, and even with your content, every way you are putting out a message, you want to um, really keep in mind, where are they? Do I need to make them aware of the problem or the need? Do they know about the solution at all? Are you offering solutions that are maybe not so common and a lot of people don't know about? Is it something we need to be educating people on? Where are they at in the buying process? Because once that curiosity is there, they'll be doing some searching for information, right? Then there will be awareness to the solution, or maybe there's multiple alternatives and solutions out there. Possibly they might be evaluating different alternatives, not always, but it's possible. Then before they ever feel comfortable or confident making a decision, a purchase decision, there needs to be trust, there needs to be confidence in that this solution even works, that it's right for them. Then a purchase decision will follow with, naturally, ultimately, a purchase. Is this something that you keep in mind with your content or with your messaging? Where are people usually at in a buying process? Um, do they already come to you expressing a need? Are they aware of the type of solution that you offer and if that will work for them? Curious to hear more about that. And then, yeah, you could be leaving shit tons of money on the table. Are you? Not having a proper follow-up and nurture system in place is costing you shitloads of money. Because here's a big scary fact. On average, it's only 3% of leads, 3% of leads that are immediately in the buying pocket, ready to pull out that credit card or throw their money at you. But that leaves you with a freaking mind-blowing 97%. 97%. That's a lot, isn't it? And of course, full transparency, this will depend a little bit on the way you are generating leads. If you are running ads for a specific offer that people already sign up for, they have this need, they're looking for a solution, yeah, your numbers might look a little bit differently. Those numbers may be a little higher, but you can probably imagine it's not going to be that much different. It's not even going to be close to 50%. 97% is a fuck ton. Excuse my rude. And from those 97% that is not ready to buy, it's even a freaking 80% of leads that require 5 to 10 touch points before they will even feel comfortable and confident enough to take action and buy. That's pretty dang shocking, isn't it? And this is also where the marketing rule of 7 comes from. Some of you may heard of it. I know we also have quite a couple of marketers and biz coaches here in the group, so you're probably very familiar with it. But it basically says that on average, people need to have 7 touch points, see your business or your offers or your messages 7 times until they take action and buy. So the main reason you want to have a proper system in place to help you keep track of where all your leads are at in the buying process, right? To nurture those leads, to maintain those relationships, because if you don't, you will lose out on that at least 80% to someone else who does. But I hear you wondering how to even make all of those touch points without being spammy pammy. Who recognizes that? Because I hear it all the time. Got ghosted ever? Sometimes? What then? If you're not sure what to say to re-engage the conversation after it died out or after a lead went cold, I'll help you out right here today with a couple of great examples, which very first, birthdays. And Tay showed this to you yesterday with our Genius birthday post extension as well. Birthdays are such an amazing way to re-engage with people, complete opposite from being spammy. Yeah, you've seen it yesterday. I'm not going to pull it up again. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. Go watch the replay. But that's just one reason or one way you can re-engage in conversations. And if you're automating it like we are doing, it would help out so much, because I still have so many old leads in my pipeline. I personally still have so many connections and so many Facebook friends from prior to automation, before I was using automation. And yes, hell yeah, they slipped through the cracks. Now, automatically, every day I have, like, what would it be, 15 birthdays? I send all of those people a message, and every day I'm still re-engaging with old prospects who slipped through the cracks in the past. So it's been pretty amazing for me. But again, it's just one way. A couple of other ways that, to help you out here, a couple of other ideas and things you could use to re-engage with people without being spammy, without feeling like you're constantly pitching or asking people to buy, although you might not be doing that as straightforward. But one of them is sharing lead magnets. And a little screenshot here as well from our Genius Messenger CRM, where you can save as many templates as you like. So all of those messages I have right here already. I never have to think about it. I don't have to memorize them. For every scenario and every situation, I have messages, and it's select, click, send. It's pretty much all I'm doing. But yeah, just to show you an example of a conversation flow. Hey, name. And this is, again, talking about personalization. It will automatically change to the person's first name. It's been a minute since we spoke. Are you still interested in improving insert struggle we've talked about before? I think I have something that can really help you with that. I'm putting the finishing touches on a training that shows you exactly how to move past XYZ to achieve XYZ. Let me know if you think it could be helpful, and I'll ping it over to you. And as you can see, what I'm doing here, I'm not just sending them that lead magnet. I'm not just dropping a link. I'm not just sending them a document, because if I do, I'm making it too easy for them to not reply, to continue ghosting me, even though the information may have been very valuable for them. But I have no clue what's going on in their minds. I have no clue if they're still facing this challenge and if they're still looking for a solution or looking for help with it, right? So I'm not just going to drop it in there. I'm going to ask for permission first. I'm going to feel the water and see if they're even interested. It will be much easier to continue the conversation afterwards. And also, as you can see, because that's something I forgot to mention previously in the examples I showed you when we were talking about cold pitching versus building relationships. There is a reason I've created this short, separate messages, and I'm not putting like one big block of text because, first of all, if people see that much text, um, especially when people are busy already, they could think, oh no, I don't have time for this and forget about it later. Or they might not even see it. But if I send a message and a message and a ding, 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 we all know the notifications on our phone, but you'll wonder like, hey, who's hitting me up like this? What's going on here? And they're more likely to go check their messages. Another great example is asking for help. And again, this is a little psychology as well. People like to help out other people. It helps them feel good about themselves. So asking for help, ask people to help you out with your market research. Ask if they have a couple of minutes to talk to you to help you out with your business. And market research can actually turn into a great sales call in disguise, even though it's not the intention, but it does create sales opportunity because if on that market research call, or when maybe you're doing it in a message or through a form, if you can, I always recommend to get on the phone with people or get on a virtual coffee date with people. But if they do express certain struggles, they're looking for a solution, you have that solution. And guess what? It might just turn into a sale as well. Another simple thing is anything that's going on currently. It can be holidays, it can be lockdown, anything like to do with the time we're in or something that's happening right now could be a great conversation starter. It's simple as that. Or simply saying something like, casually floating this back to the top of your inbox, just trying to make the most out of our connection. This has worked so well for me in the past because if people don't reply to your message, it doesn't always mean that they didn't intend to. Could be that they're getting busy and before they know it, you're somewhere at the bottom of their inbox and they're never going to see it again or think about replying you. And as you can see here, I've dropped this in another training and we got the response, just use this tip about getting them back to the top of the messages. And I booked a call. This shit works. Yes, it does. Otherwise, we're not sharing it here with you today. So what do you think? How do you feel about re-engaging with people? Is this something you sometimes struggle with? Do you use any of these ways to re-engage with people, to follow back up with people? Very curious to hear. Getting better at using this part of the tools. It's so helpful, isn't it, Deanna? I will now, Kathy. Good. Okay. All right. So let's be honest. How is your nurture game on a scale of 1 to 10? 1 being absolute freaking shit to 10 hitting all of those touch points and more. You're the king or queen of building relationships. Do you have a strong follow-up system in place? How is your nurture game? 1 to 10. Let's see. Not high enough. It definitely needs some work. Need more follow-up, a 5. Okay. What else do we have? And yeah, again, we touched upon this yesterday. If it's not at a 10 right now, don't worry, you're here now. So let's do something about it. A 2. Oh no. Let's work on that. I can't see who it is commenting, but let's do something about it. Reach out to us. Let's have a chat. But yeah, building genuine relationships the fun way. It doesn't always have to be about business, right? Neither do you always want to be pitching. Forget about the corporate mindset we were once taught, because guess what? It's your business. You can do it your way. You don't need to be communicating a certain way. You don't need to be using a certain language. You don't need to be dressing a certain way. It's your business. Be you. And this is an amazing realization, actually, that Stacy helped remind me of on an interview she recently did with Taylor in the group, which if you haven't seen, you can hear all about Stacy's experience and how it has changed her business since using our tools and our support and everything. But it really helped her bring the fun back into business. And we should be having fun, right? We spent most of our hours or a lot of our hours working, hopefully a little less with automation, but be you, have fun, be human. And always remember that there's another human on the other end of the keyboard. Have conversations naturally, like you would be talking to a friend, a neighbor, your sister. We'll go into more in some examples later. But before we move on to turning your messenger into a game-changing sales system and money-making machine, I want to talk about something else that is critical when it comes to sales: objections. Because an objection is not a rejection. It's simply a request for more information. Okay? Why do objections occur? At the end of a sales call, introductory meeting, strategy session, again, depending on your sales process, what you're doing, your offer, your business, is very normal and very common for a prospect to have doubts, to not fully be ready to pull the trigger immediately. Objections are simply a natural part of one's thought process, a defense mechanism to protect our situation of comfort, to say so. And it can be caused by so many things. It can be a lack of clarity in your conversation, in your offer, in your pitch. It can be that they still have questions that haven't been answered. It can be negative experience, for example. Now, objection handling, what is it? For those of you who are not quite sure, is the process of directly dealing with objections a prospect has about proceeding with your service to help them make the best decision for them. Again, it doesn't have to be being salesy and pushy, and we're helping them making the best decision for them. We have the best intentions. And of course, you're not going to close every and all opportunity. But being armed with the knowledge on how to handle objections should really massively help improve your closing rates. This means helping more people move past their internal limitations and stop them from proceeding and taking action to achieve their goals, to achieve their dreams. But it's also very important to know about the smoke curtain. What's a smoke curtain? It's important to know that prospects will very often, believe it or not, will very often not be fully honest about what's stopping them from proceeding. And this can be simply because they want to be polite. It can be to protect their own ego. It can be a simple and easy way to get out of an uncomfortable or confronting situation. They will not always tell you the real reason and the real truth. And it's your duty to uncover and to find out what the real objections are. Okay? So you need to always be handling objections. Or even better yet, tackle them before they arise. Because if you hear certain objections over and over and over again, have to think about it. See what you can do in your conversation, on your calls, when pitching your offer, to avoid them from even arising. And to give some examples, if you often hear that a prospect tried a similar service or tried a similar strategy, and it didn't get them the results they were looking for, they didn't achieve the desired results from it, it's very important for you to find out why it didn't work for them. And if you do, or when you do, it's important that that there needs to be an emphasis in your presentation or your script that shows them or explains them very specifically why your service helps them get a different outcome. Why would this work compared to what they have tried before that didn't work? If you often hear another quick example I'm going to show in there, if you often hear that people need to talk to their business partner first, or people need to talk to whoever first, there's a million examples I can give you to help with this. But one very simple thing you can always do, one very quick and easy trick, is before you start a conversation with people, when you book the call, or even when you start the call, ask them if they are the only decision maker. And if not, maybe reschedule so that all decision making parties can be there. So this will not have to be an objection at the end. How does everyone feel about objections? Are you comfortable handling objections, or is this the part in your sales call where you just give up? Feel like it's not for them. They don't want to buy from you. They don't believe in this solution. Scripts and templates can really help. And again, people always feel so, no, it's so salesy. But you don't need to be reading something word for word from a script. It can be such a great confidence boost because you are prepared. You know how to take the lead and how to steer the conversation to where you want it to be and how you want it to go. It doesn't have to be robotic. It's still going to be a natural conversation, but it gives you some guidance, and you will be sure that you don't forget to ask the most important questions or like touch upon the most important topics. And scripts can be all different kinds of scripts. You can use script for a sales call. You can use DM templates, all of that. Now, how's everyone feeling? Are we ready for another quick little golden nugget? How do we sell anything to anyone? Does anyone have an answer for me? I can't wait to hear these. How do I sell anything to anyone? Give me a guess. Any guess? Throw something out there. Drop a comment. No? Nothing? Nobody?
Kathy's band.
Uncover their problem.
Kathy says honesty.
Honesty. Okay. Be real, build trust. How to sell anything to anyone. It's a bit of a trick question. Ready for the answer?
Sell it.
Sell it? It's very simple. Don't even try to sell anything to anyone. You first want to know that there's even a need for what you offer, what you are selling. Again, if you don't qualify people, if you're just pitching and dropping your pitches to everyone, it's only going to hurt your confidence. We don't even want to try, okay? Being authentic and friend first. Yeah. Okay. Shall I move forward? Surprise!
Oh.
Who was the last to comment?
It was Ellen.
Ellen, congratulations.
Sorry, we don't have confetti today.
Yeah, shit, we ran out of confetti and it was sold out freaking everywhere.
Can you hear it? Oh, shit.
But congrats, Ellen. And I think we have another winner in the other group as well. I just can't see the comments. So I'm sorry. I don't know who it is yet, but big congrats to you as well. Genius birthday post for you. We will get it to you after the workshop. Maestro, congratulations. Woohoo! Love it. Okay. Moving on. Being human and building relationships, it doesn't sound so hard, does it? Then why the heck is it so damn hard? The jungle, that is Facebook Messenger. That's why. It really is not your fault. When your lead gen is on point and you are adding, I don't know how many leads or potential clients and prospects to your pipeline every single week or even every day, this compounds over time, right? Everyone gets that. But it will get to a point where it's impossible to keep up without a proper follow-up system. You simply can't, and we get that. There's no way to remember everyone by name. If you are talking to hundreds of people, there's no way to remember exactly who to follow up with and when to follow up with them, to remember all details about the person you've talked to and the conversation you had. And the overwhelm often leads to inconsistency or even giving up entirely. As a result, leads slipping through the cracks. Sounds familiar to anyone? Do you feel like you're letting your leads slip through the cracks right now? I can tell you I was before using automation. I was trying to use Trello. I created the Trello board that was moving people over, but at some point that got even more time consuming than the follow-ups, and it just didn't happen anymore. And yeah, if you don't follow up as you should, if you don't have a proper system in place, you will not have to double, but even 10 double your lead gen efforts, because then you only depend on that 3% we talked about earlier, that 3% of leads that are immediately in the buying pocket, ready to throw their money at you, leaving you with the 97% of lost opportunity, or leaving shit tons of money on the table. Let me know, does it sound familiar? Who is in need of a solution for this? Let us know. We'll be in touch with you. So what can we do about it? Very simple. This is what we can do about it. This is what we can do about it. Turn your messenger inbox into a complete freaking sales system with our Genius CRM. This is exactly how Steffi got 2 clients immediately after she started using the CRM. People she completely even forgot were interested. It can be that simple. So some of our CRM's basic features, and I will show you in a minute, almost there, but creating and assigning labels and tags to your contacts. Additional search functions to make it easier to find your leads or the people you were talking to. Follow-up reminders and notifications that you can set for yourself to follow up with people. No need to add it to your calendar, to write it in your agenda, anything like that. Canned responses. The templates, the messages I showed you earlier, and all the templates we help you build out as well when you work with us. You can have them right there in your inbox, ready for you anytime. And messenger marketing with broadcasts. You can send out bulk messages to a group of people of your choice based on the label or the tag you have given them. So maybe your Facebook group members about the live you are hosting. You can send out bulk messages to all of those people on autopilot. And again, it's personalized. You can use their first name. You can rotate messages. You can set intervals and so much more. It's very similar to email marketing, where you just have way higher open rates, because we all know it's difficult to get really high open rates with emails, but most people open and read their DMs. It's a lot more personal as well. So let me quickly dive into my CRM, because I'm sure you are curious to see this. Let's see where I have it. Starting, okay, wrong screen, but that's fine. We'll take it from here. Global templates, I mentioned already. All those types of messages for all different scenarios and all different topics that you can have saved right in there. And this is just the back end of my CRM. And it gives us a really good overview. And you can see all the types of messages or different topics. I have messages saved right here. Market research question, messages to welcome people to the group, qualifying questions before jumping on a call, cleanup messages as well to clean up our Facebook group, keep it exclusive, follow-ups, so many things, software giveaways, again, welcome messages. As you can see, you can also add images or videos. You can add links. Brilliant. I love that you can use links. I share links with people all the time, maybe to a lead magnet, maybe to our landing page, maybe to a certain product page, to a workshop like this, Calendly links to book a call, Zoom links for a meeting. How the hell can you memorize all of those? I used to have to search for them, copy them, paste them. No longer. They're right here, right there. And yeah, my messenger inbox, as you can see, you briefly saw it yesterday already. Well, isn't that beautiful? I have all my labels here. I can add tags for every topic, everything that is important for me to be able to see about a person immediately. They're on a challenge waitlist, for example. I have sent them a demo. They are part of our Facebook community. It can be literally anything, and you can personalize it completely to your business, to your offers. And the templates we were talking about, I have them all right here. And all I have to do is click and send. I can edit them if I want. Click send. You can make them as long as that or as short as you want. You can add as many as you want. We can keep notes on a perfect person's profile. This is again something you can use for so many things. I like to use it, for example, Facebook group membership questions. They give you so much information, so much important information about the person, probably what their biggest struggle is, what their business is about. In our case, because we work with business owners, I can add that right here in the notes. But even like, let's say I'm connecting with someone and we start talking, they seem very interested to hear more about my offer, about how I can potentially help them, but they're in a big launch or they're going on holiday. So they ask me to reach back out in, let's say, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month, maybe even from now. What I can do, I can add the notes right here about the holiday, whatever country they were going to, or whatever what was going on for them. So I remember all of the details when we talk. I can then also set a follow-up reminder right here. I can add the subject, I can add the email, I can set it for a specific date that I need to follow up. I can even add a specific time. If you want to take it even further, a little bit more advanced, you can even use webhooks. If you use profiles like Zapier, for example, where you can send the details to other CRMs, outside CRM systems, email lists, your Google Calendar, your Zoom, whatever it may be. And I can add whatever information I like right here. I click add and a notification will pop up for me when it needs to. No need to remember everything. How awesome is that? Anyone seen anything like this before? How much will this help you? Oh, I like the tip of putting the info in the notes. Yeah, it's great. If you have so many people come into the group, we really like to build a relationship with people. We like to get to know the people. But if there's so many people coming in, it can be hard sometimes, especially if it's new members, to memorize everything right away if you haven't been talking for so long. So if you have it right there in front of you, it makes life so easy. Whoa, incredible. Canned responses only. Or customized responses. Yeah, you can customize everything. Everything. Like we said, you can enter whatever message you like for whatever topic. You can write it yourself, your own way. You can add your links. You can choose your images if you want to use images. I sometimes add images with like social proof, screenshots, and all of that, which has been amazing. The option to do that as well. But it's pretty cool, isn't it? Now, global templates we went over, labels and tags. Again, like I can give so many examples of what you can use them for. Hot leads. I have them for new Facebook group members as well. You can automatically update them if you like after sending out bulk messages or broadcasts. I like to use labels for the type of business people own. You can use labels or tags for the struggles they are facing as well. So let's say I'm going to keep it to our example because that's just easy, but I'm sure everyone can imagine what that would look like for them. But we have people coming in all the time who struggle with lead gen. They don't know where to find leads, how to generate leads. So that could be a very great example for me to use as a tag. It can also be that people just want to learn more about saving time, about automating things in their business. So that could be another tag or label for me. Then, if I'm putting any content out there about lead generation specifically, what I could do a messenger campaign, like I mentioned before. I can send it to all the people who struggle with lead generation or told me like they're struggling with generating leads to tell them, hey, I just posted this into the group, or I just did this live video on how you can easily generate leads, which is not complicated, something that everyone can do right now. All you need is Facebook. Then I know I'm going to get such a bigger show up, right, to the lives, and I'm reaching people with exactly the information they are looking for. So I'm not spamming them on topics that they're not even interested in learning more about. How do you feel about that? What's everyone's thoughts so far? Now, here we were. How we all feeling? Seen anything like this? Mind blown? Do you feel lost? Am I going too quickly? How do we feel? Inspired, hopeful, excited? Like I need this right now, maybe? Looks cool. We love it. Couldn't have said it better. Thanks, Deanna, darling. Okay. How are we all showing up? Again, I want to hear a scale of 1 to 10. How consistent are you? Do you have your workflow in place? Do you have your lead gen? Are you on top of your lead gen? Do you have a follow-up strategy in place? 1 to 10. Where are we? 10, baby. That's my lovely Taylor, of course. 7, 8. Okay, okay. Keep them coming. Guilty. Show us some numbers. Yay! Who do we have? Who do we have? A Facebook user. Oh, I can't see this one.
How in my throat.
We have 2 more winners.
Oh,
Genius birthday post.
Lana.
Lana, congratulations. Oh, I'm excited for you all. Who else? We have another winner.
Oh, in my
But
throat.
I'm gonna round. Okay, I'm gonna big congratulations, whoever second winner was. I'm quickly going to move forward. We're almost there, but yeah, just a quick recap. Why do we use automation? I think everyone gets it by now, but consistency is like the biggest one. Lead gen done daily. Freedom, spending less time online. Because I know for sure, damn sure that was what I was doing, spending way too many hours online. Yeah, spend less things on things we don't really enjoy that much, all the tedious little tasks that really need to be done to move the needle in our business, and save our brain power for things we do enjoy, staying out of Facebook jail. So quick recap. Yesterday, we showed you Genius birthday post, Genius connector. I'm not going to go over all of it again. You can watch the replay if you haven't yet. If not, you absolutely should. Our Genius Messenger CRM, a way to turn this jungle messenger inbox into a beautiful color-coded CRM with labels and tags. Stay on top of all of our leads, like always. Use your inbox to follow up to triple your sales. Build a follow-up system right inside your messenger inbox using a series of pre-qualifying questions, sales questions. All you need is right there. We can send bulk messages to people based on where they are at in the buying process. Again, a great example would be Deanna. And we have an interview as well in both of the groups with her. It helped her so much when she was in her launch to not have to message and be talking to everyone, but really know, like laser focused on the hot leads who showed interest already, know exactly who she needed to talk to and who she needed to prioritize to make this a big fucking success, because it was. So yeah, how to prioritize your leads on Facebook and know exactly who to reach out to. So do you guys have any questions? Anything I missed? Anything that hasn't been answered? Do drop them. And again, we have Deanna and Tay here. And if we miss something, we will get back to you. But I definitely have questions for you. How is your sales game? Again, if you don't have a proper follow-up system or sales flow in place and you feel like you need one, drop us sales flow. Drop us sales flow in the comments. If you are in need of a proper sales process. And same for lead gen. Do you feel like you need more leads right now? Drop us leads in the comments, okay? And we'll get you the help you need. We'll reach out to you with some valuable resources or help. Now, how can we support you? Very last thing, because I hope this has been very, very valuable for everyone. And I think we've dropped a lot of golden tips over the past 2 days that you can implement no matter what. But if you really want to take things to the next level, if you want to grow your business without sacrificing all of your time, all of your money and profit, without sacrificing your joy and your happiness, I think it's time for automation. So the first way would be our automation tools. the tools you have seen, the tools you've seen today and you've seen yesterday. We have software packages. We have great deals on software packages. We have annual plans as well as monthly subscriptions, no long-term commitments. And it does come with a private customer support community where we also do support calls inside the group bi-weekly where you can bring any questions and get the support you need. You can find those on our website. You can reach out to us. You can find them in the group. Second way, if you feel like, oh, I don't feel like reinventing the wheel and having to figure it out by myself. I want to use all of those systems and strategies that you are using, that your clients have been using, that have gotten them all those results I've seen since I've been hanging here in the group. We also offer a 6-week group coaching program intensive. And this is going to be a once in a lifetime opportunity, I can tell you. This is a new program. So it is a beta offer for a beta price that I can promise you will never ever see again. What would that be like? I'm going to skip most of it because you can check it out if you want to. You can reach out to us if you have any questions. But who is this program for? For anyone who is motivated for more, okay? Online service providers, network marketers, whatever you are doing, if you're on Facebook with your business, if you are serious as fuck about making a full-time income or growing your full-time income online, if you refuse to give up and get a normal job, or you maybe want to get rid of that one, if you are ready to master automation and get ahead of your competition, if you want to learn strategies that don't suck your soul dry, that feel good to you, if you want more freedom, time, energy, financial freedom, create predictability and repeatable actions in your business, because maybe your lead gen has gone very well. You've gotten some success already, but there is no predictability and you're still unsure what your income is going to be like next month or in 3 months or where your business stands in 6 months from now. This is for you, but this is not for anyone who doesn't have an online business, who refuses to show up, who complains all the time, who takes zero action, or who cannot follow any direction, is not coachable, or spread bad vibes, okay? Keep that shit at home. So what have we gotten for you? A 6-week program that walks you through building and scaling a sustainable business using Facebook, using these automation tools, strategies that never go out of styles. And in the 6 weeks, you can check it out in detail if you like, but we'll start by setting up your entire back office, getting you set up with all the tools. We'll go into lead generation. We help you starting generating leads consistently and in your sleep. We'll help you with the DMing. We have all your flows and all your templates ready for you. We do DM audits for those who need it, content audits. We'll take you through the whole process, setting up your sales system as well, building out this amazing CRM we showed you today, and everything it can do for you, which is even much more than I was able to show you today. And advanced settings, advanced features as well, broadcast, so much more, so that you have a fill-proof follow-up structure using Genius CRM. And we will be discussing the next steps as well, the next best steps for your business. Most importantly, you will have our eyes on your business. You are no longer alone in this. And we do, since you're here today, we do have a very special, freaking insane, if you ask me, early bird offer with early bird bonuses worth $2,600. I know this is insane. So you'll get these bonuses included for free if you take action, sign up, before February 11th. That is less than 48 hours. Am I right? What do you get with those extra bonuses? You get one-on-one direct access to either me or Taylor, not just for a month, for 6 weeks, worth $1,399. You will receive our entire launch strategy and roadmap, including calendars, worth $499, plus a VIP sales masterclass with this small exclusive group. And this is going to be a small group, guys. We only are allowing a couple of people in, so we can really give you all our undivided attention and support. And these bonuses 100% will expire on February 11th, midnight at EST. Okay, so that's the bonuses. What's the price? Like I mentioned already, it's an insane once in a lifetime opportunity for this beta price, which is $787 for the entire program, the support, the entire 6 weeks, with 6 weeks of live calls, with 6 weeks of free automation tools, with all the scripts and templates you can need, with social media audits by us, by the Biz Solution Sisters, a private Facebook community as well, DM and sales call audits, daily workflows, content calendars, again, everything you need to get your business where you want it to be and to scale a sustainable business on Facebook. Again, including all the early bird bonuses I mentioned just now. If you sign up within 47 hours, you'll see there's a timer on there. And we did want to make this accessible to everyone. So even if you feel, oh, I'm a little tight, we also offer a payment plan. You can pay in 2 payments. That's $397 per month. And even this offer, if you sign up before February 11th, before midnight at Friday, you will also have those bonuses included. So let me see. Oh, my mouse is not. So yeah, what more to add to that? If you are struggling with any of this, if you are stuck on any of this, or if you simply want more freedom and to save time, all I can say is this is your chance. Take action. Reach out to us. We will be dropping the link down below. And we have all of you in the DM, so you know where to find us. And if you haven't seen any messages from us yet, go check your message request, because we did reach out to every single one of you. So last but not least, let me see. Where were we? It's not following me anymore. It was a long one. So yeah, only thing I have to say is one big thank you for being so awesome today as well as yesterday. So engaging, so excited. It was amazing to have you all here. Big success and virtual hugs. And we'll talk to you soon, hopefully.